I've been putting on my makeup for a while, doing TikToks and Reels and all of those things. What do I have on my face? I have this new e.l.f. product, the Flawless Brightening Concealer in the shade Fair 15W, which is their fairest warm shade. And I have MAC Studio Fix Fluid SPF 15 in the shade NC38. Not terrible, maybe not as warm as my complexion. And then I added some contour with our very favorite Thread Face It Complexion Stick in the shade 240 Deepest Cool, right? But I underpainted with brightening concealer and then with the Thread Beauty Complexion Stick, got the MAC Studio Fix Fluid on top of it and kind of lost a bit of the contour to the underpainting. So then I went in with this incredible brush, the Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH10 contour brush. Check out how precise this guy is. And if you check out my TikTok, you can actually see me doing it. But it smells almost like fruit punch. It is not a super strong smell, but you do get a kind of taste of it while you're applying it. But look how precise this brush is. It just does the very precise job, right? It's great for buffing your contour product in. It's very precise on the nose. But yeah, I've been talking for hours. You know, shout out to Colonel Kurtz and Popcorn Planet. I've enjoyed all of your content about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard and, you know, their struggles to unwind and what is it called? Uncouple. But you know, it just occurs to me so strongly that Amber Heard and all of her, you know, machinations, her, in my opinion, the social climbing, the, you know, creating relationships with people that in the end, it doesn't really seem like she cared for her husband. You know, that the amount of harm and insult that, you know, we've heard in recordings, you know, it's not uncommon for people to struggle as actors or to find gainful employment, and it might lead you to the gentleman's club, or it might lead you, in some areas they're saying that she was a, shall we say, paid girlfriend, allegedly. That's no judgment on that, but it's the malice, the, you know, the fact that you've been found liable to the tune of millions of dollars in court. It's a lot that needs to be unraveled. And as I said on TikTok, Ms. Heard needs one of two things. Number one, slow it down with all the personal business and all of the shenanigans with all these different men and women and relations. Just slow it down, right? Let's put all that DV advocacy that's suspicious coming from her aside and get to the point where there needs to be a calm, responsible adult woman life that is above board, and just the antics and the malice and the shenanigans and the public relations and bots, all that stuff is a wrap. That's it. That's it. Playtime is over. And then the other thing that, in my opinion, Miss Heard could use is Jesus, right? A friend, a true friend, someone who can help her on the road to truly being sorry and truly finding perhaps some sense of redemption. I know that Southerners are so optimistic with their belief in anyone's ability to, no matter the biggest, baddest sinner, that they are able to, you know, reform from the inside. And maybe that's possible. I don't really know, but I'm interested in something else happening beyond all of these constant cyclical returns to the court battle. It's enough. It's enough. That part's over. In any case, this is our face contoured. Seems like it's been successful. This is this very inexpensive palette we decided to play with from the dollar store. All of these dollar store cosmetic products come with cancer warnings because it's California, but it's a very exciting palette. And we do have this pale pearl gray shade all over our lids, and I don't hate it all by itself. But yes, I have been discussing how insightful Martin Scorsese's 1995 film Casino is when we think about, you know, the archetype that Sharon Stone created in the, I believe it's a semi-autobiographical character of the wife of the character Sam Rothstein in the movie, Ginger. Ginger, who had a background, you know, sort of hustling as a woman in Vegas, if you get my meaning, and being this sort of successful girl at the tables in the casino, married this casino owner, manager character played by Robert De Niro. But in the end, I guess the real life and the movie version of Ginger, the woman was not able to let go the street hustler mentality, the always doing something shady to manipulate people and get their money. I believe that there are resonances with what we have learned about Miss Amber Heard and her ways with various men and women, you know, the sort of high emotions and propensity to you know, lay hands to people. It's a little too much. The propensity to enjoy fermented fruits and, you know, just adult substances, those things can kind of get out of control. And you know, Sharon Stone's performance is oh my goodness, just so brilliant. I think if there was a biopic about Amber Heard, just on the level that I have heard grown black men talk about watching Sharon Stone walk across a room at an award ceremony, that, you know, Hollywood has some hang-ups about age, but I think Sharon Stone could nail it. Just nail it. I don't care how old she is. I don't care where she is in her career. I just think, just based on Ginger, what is going on? You know, it's a weeknight. Do we really need all of that noise? But in any case, I feel that the example of the trajectory of Ginger, right, coming from street hustling and having, you know, people in her life that kind of got hold of her early on and kind of changed her brain chemistry, so she couldn't let go of these self-destructive tendencies and these greedy, schemy habits, theft, right? And we know that the Ginger character ended up taking Sam Rothstein, the character's, money and escaping to Los Angeles, and then hooking up with a bunch of lowlives and hangers-on. And I think that this has resonance with what's been going on in Amber Heard's life, with these people who were living in her former husband's, you know, residences, and kind of mucking things up, right? Being an echo chamber for her, maybe encouraging her to do things that maybe she really shouldn't have done. She shouldn't have been getting involved with people outside of her marriage and feeling obligated to provide them a place to stay. That's not adult life. And if they were if they were enabling the this, and if they were enabling the this and then the this, then it's just out of the question. These people don't, and this is anyone in Los Angeles or Hollywood or anyone who's encouraging this, no, They are not interested in helping you or being your friend. They are interested in getting whatever they can get out of you, including the, you know, that's my opinion. But in any case, at this point in time, there just seems to be an ongoing crisis. And it would be good for Miss Amber to kind of make a change, make a change, make a change to whoever is in your circle, make a change to how you are conducting yourself, because this is not going anywhere good. This is not helping the acting career. It is not helping the, you know, just sense of trustworthiness, right? Say your child wants to enroll in a school, right? People see you coming. This might not be good for that endeavor. Say down the road, look at our friends Lori Loughlin, etc. Say you want your child to matriculate at a good high school or college. All of these infamous antics, right? Fame is one thing, infamy is something entirely different. And, you know, as a woman, I don't know that you want to aspire to infamy, in my opinion, right? Let's assume that the courts and the jury members in the states got it right. And however the business in the UK is being resolved, and however the pending business in Australia is going to be resolved, there just needs to be a change, some contrition, some sincere contrition, because you keep going the way you going, Amber Heard, and it's just not gonna improve matters. Not for you, not for your child, not for anyone who has any kind of remotely similar behavior. It's got to stop, you know? And I'm sure there are any number of priests, whether it's the Catholic Church, whether it's some sort of Protestant faith, whether it's a mega church, somebody's got some words of wisdom and an ability to give guidance, or a reasonable facsimile thereof, right? All these PR people are not leading you down any road of value other than to line their pockets. I think you have to look at politics, and when things go wrong with political people, who do they call? Religion people. You know, you gotta look at what you're doing and figure out what's working, and if it's not working, you've got to switch gears, because the clock is ticking, and you know, there's several several court processes that are interested in getting their hands on you, and this is just not, never mind the court of public opinion, right? Amber Heard is not the first ski mask person who's attempted to use marriage, love, seduction, and family relations as a means to an end, and even children. But the way that the tide is flowing right now indicates that Miss Heard needs to rethink the strategy. In any case, this is the eyeshadow. I don't think this is terrible eyeshadow for $1.29. It may come with a cancer warning, but how many other eyeshadows should have a cancer warning? You know, I'm doing the best I can, you know, as the light is waning here on a Tuesday evening, right? I think this might be a good moment to get a blending brush from our friend Jeffree Star, as troubled of an individual as he is, and use this very jagged, I believe it's goat hair. I want to say goat hair, but these are unique brushes. It may be synthetic. I could be wrong, but it has the look of real hair. I should do research on it because I love these brushes so. And again, you have to hold the brush by its tip, use gentle but effective friction, and spend some time. And yapping on YouTube is a really good way to spend time getting your blend to be subtle, getting your blend to be gradient, right? Going from harsh lines to blended lines. And then we can layer on some kind of exciting shimmer from this palette. But yes, the brilliance of Martin Scorsese's Casino is several fold. You know, part of it is that there are these moments of insight and epiphany. And I've spoken before about the whole House of the Rising Sun song by the Animals and that whole sequence as it presents how, you know, kind of senior citizen mobsters at a certain point in the history of Vegas were finally on trial for skimming casinos and racketeering and other crimes, and, you know, how they put on a performance in court which evokes Vinny the Chin Gigante in New York, who spent 30 years wandering around in Greenwich Village wearing a bathrobe and playing the crazy role, the crazy old senile, as he very ably conducted the business of the Genovese family, right? Those old mobsters in Casino went to court with the oxygen mask on, and the lawyers were like, "Oh, Your Honor, my client is frail and old and doesn't represent, you know, a threat to the community, blase, blase," right? Much like our friend Joe Biden has been stunting and fronting, boy. Playing, falling off the bicycle, tripping on the steps, trying to get on and off Air Force One. It's that old man feeble ruse, right? Just as he swooped in by drone and put a stop to one of those Al-Q leaders over there in Afghanistan, in Kabul, Ayman al-Zawahiri. Zawahiri is no longer walking the earth because of Mr. Biden and his team. And I don't know quite what to make of that, but I do feel like this whole sort of doddering kind of, is the focus where it needs to be? Do I need to put on a filter? Do I need to be in the viewfinder differently? Do I need a... Oh, haha. Do I need some kind of filter? If I get closer to the camera, will that improve the focus? In any case, but, you know, I feel like Mr. Biden has been running game, because I certainly didn't expect there to be a drone swoop. Let's call it that. What color of shimmer shall it be? Right? We've got this gold. We've got this green, which is a small fleck green. We've got silver, and we have something of a multicolor black. Let's go for, I guess, silver, since the green is so cool. Ooh, that was not the texture I expected. It seems quite soft. Let's see if we can get it on. Ooh, wow. Get it on our lid and control fallout. But boy, that is glittery. It is so glitter payoffy. You know, I did get hold of this NYX. It's a NYX glitter primer. Base Perfectrice. I haven't tried it yet, but I finally got hold of it. Can't really see it. It's got this holographic label, but I'm pleasantly surprised by this shadow. Again, just a cheap grab while I was in there getting my hands on, I don't know, just navel oranges and whatever. We have a shopping area in West Hollywood where, you know, Trader Joe's, as well as Ralph's, as well as Target are all very, very close together. So you can kind of, again, maximize your carbon footprint and get over there and get all of your errands done. But, you know, hit the 99 to see what you can find, because why pay more? Why pay more for cleaning products or gift wrap or, you know, whatever it is? And certainly during the holidays, we were able to find like Dawn dish soap and, you know, just really quality cleaning items for super cheap. I don't know if you can actually see this and see how pretty this looks. For a cheap palette, this silver looks like magic. I see all the girlies spending top coin to get the Euphoria makeup artist's special glitter. I don't think I've got to do that. I think that this palette has done me very, very, very nicely. And this silver is just, I didn't know what to expect, but I certainly didn't expect it to be as nice as it is. So there's that. In any case, yes. Casino, you know, you see different kinds of men in leadership playing frail, playing helpless, trying to, you know, create the perception that they are not the force and the threat that they really are, right? This is a You Are Glam Sexy and Healthy Makeup Stick Blush from Daiso. I'm just getting it into all the blush places. And then it's I forget what it's called. It's some sort of pink brown. And then we can use our favorite silicone sponge just to tap it in, right? We don't want to overwhelm the glitter. We don't want to overwhelm the green. We do want to add a layer of blush on top of that contour to restore the look of ruddy health, like we've been running around outside chasing a ball or a frisbee. I don't hate that. We could also go over it with a powder blush. Yeah, but we should switch back to our back camera because I'm not sure that the front camera, and as much as I can see myself and see my framing, I'm not really sure that I'm getting all of the, what is that? All of the goodness of camera that we can get. In any case, moving on to the lips. We did have ambition to use tweezers to try to get on some interesting liquid eyeliner. We did actually get our paws on some interesting liquid eyeliner from the dollar store, the Elite Pro Beauty. I'm not sure if we want to get into all of that at this hour. You know, I had a whole plan for like what to do today, and then I got caught up texting, working out, didn't make it to the gym, but I did do quite a bit of lifting. But I wanted to be responsible about, you know, social media and getting things done. But let's see what we can do with some freehand eyeliner, right? Hooded eye person. People say put a dot. That makes me nervous. But, you know, try to draw on something of value. I don't dislike it. Seems to be something clinging to the tip of the brush. I don't know if this is a brush tip. I think it's a brush tip. I don't think it's a felt tip. But yeah. You say draw a small triangle at the inner corner and then get a thin line on top of your lash line. You know, but practice makes perfect. And it's also great to experiment with cheaper products so you don't feel like you're wasting, you know, 30, 50, $18 eyeliner practicing. Not terrible. Whenever I draw my wing, I'm always like critiquing, is that exactly where I would want the wing to be, right? And that's part of practicing, right? Because on my eye, it almost feels like a wing that went out straight and maybe wasn't as long might be better as the light goes out on my mirror. But I think this is in the color black. It's not labeled. It just says Rosas Jóvenes. But I do enjoy the fact that it's so inexpensive and ripe for experimentation, right? Some kind of evening dress, some kind of neutral. I'm wearing kind of a charcoal gray t-shirt. Just taking the liner straight out. That seems to go down a bit. That's not quite what we wanted. Right, different theories. Some people say make a line that kind of leads to your lower lash line. And in as much as we're, you know, at home in the evening, it's not going to be a terrible story no matter what happens, right? But then the more you practice, the more you can get kind of your own sense of what's the look that you want to go for? What's the angle that you appreciate for your liner? Is it, I think people were talking about hooded eye, drawing a line straight out, and then drawing a wing up from that. Further experimentation will be in order. But yes, let's get back to talking about Casino. So, the old mobsters play old and feeble and then proceed to unalive everyone that could potentially testify against them, right? A lot of people, when they get in trouble, they will, you know, either play feeble or play crazy, right? That's what Minnie the Chin Gigante did for decades. When is the point at which Amber Heard might exhaust all of her other strategies and then all of the different diagnoses of his histrionic personality and BPD and all that stuff just becomes a defense of, oh, I can't help it. I'm, you know, not responsible and all of that, right? It doesn't seem sincere. It seems like one more brick in the road of one more brick in the wall of manipulation and getting her way. But, you know, just like, you know, our friend Donald Trump, as he confronts court situations and he's seen some of his homies like Steve Bannon and other folks who did not, you know, have a pardon in place, you see them having to, you know, deal with consequences. I believe the moment is coming where, you know, all the tanner, all the, you know, frosted helmet hair, that's, you know, this very youthful kind of strawberry blonde color, we saw it was gone at the golf tournament with the Saudis. The skin is looking Quaker Oats, Quaker, that kind of like gray-haired grandpa look, right? It's quite different than the full glam squad hair makeup team that, you know, when is the point where all these claims about, oh my god, I'm so cognitively on the ball, whereas Joe Biden isn't. I'm so fit, I'm so healthy, that's going to go out the window, because then the defense strategy may be, oh, he's just an older grandpa who can't be held responsible, and Your Honor, my client is not healthy enough to go to prison. I don't know. It feels like between the January 6th hearings and the testimony and the facts that are coming out, that the moment is coming where, much like our friend Amber Heard, there might be some different options explored for presenting this claim of not being quite responsible, either because of this or because of being elderly or sick or, whatever. What kind of diagnosis would defend from either the financial consequences of losing a court case or the legal consequences of losing a court case? And my theory is that the Casino movie makes very clear that, when people go to court, then the doctors and the oxygen mask and the feeble-mindedness become part of the hustle of the judge and the jury, right? Whether that's what's going to happen in Australia or what is going to happen with domestic appeals, no one knows, but it just seems like there's quite a bit of commitment to the fraudulent path. This is a Morphe Avani Gregg lip liner. I'm randomly lining my lips with red tonight. But yeah, Casino is a brilliant movie. It's heartbreaking to see what the character Ginger elects to do to the father of her child. Strung out, steals all his money, goes to LA, hangs out with the low lives that she somehow has been addicted to since her teenage years in the movie. And one wonders how you can look at a man or a husband who loves you, older, accomplished, if you're jealous, whatever, but why couldn't Amber Heard just see what was before her? Is what she has now better? People are discussing her putting her real estate purchases through trusts. The money isn't in her name. It's shielded from settlement. And that's one thing. It all seems very clever up until the point where the people in Australia put you in the clink for compromising their biosecurity, right? The vanity, the indulgence of a ha ha ha, I can do whatever I want, I can get away with stuff. That goes out the window. They are not playing. They want to get their hands on Miss Amber Heard, and it doesn't seem like it's going to be a cute situation. And lawyers are not cheap. And she somehow, oh, that's so pretty. It's the Dragon Beauty Dragon Glass in the shade. Dragon Glass Gloss in Dragon Blood. Oh my goodness. So cute. Maybe I can use the end of a brush just to not get it on my fingers. And marry the liner and the gloss together. And smooth out any mistakes. But yeah. It's tragic. But Miss Sharon Stone acted her ass off in that movie. She was only nominated for an Oscar. I'm not sure who won her year, but for whatever people say about her, and some of her roles were much more like glamour girl, like I think was it Fatal Attraction? That movie where there's some movies she's famous for not Well, for missing some parts of her wardrobe, I'll put it like that. But, you know, sometimes you gotta deal with a gimmicky role to get your career up to a certain stature, right? And no one's hating on Amber Heard for, you know, doing what she had to do as an attractive woman, but you know, it seems heartbreaking the idea that she married a fine actor and he loved her and married her, and then it just seems like she just threw the whole thing in the trash can, running after the next dude. I'll put it like that. It's like, you know, where does this all end? Where does it go? Just putting the rest of, oh man, maybe this is too much. Rest of this lipstick onto our blush areas. You know, for that high glamour look. I see a lot of people underpainting with their either lipstick or blush. But in the real world sense, if I were out at the club and I felt like colors weren't showing enough, a red, and this is only a lip gloss, it's not even a lipstick, it could, you know, kind of add another layer of ruddiness for that sunburned, you know, just ran a mile glamour look. And certainly, Miss Nikita Dragun's lip gloss has us looking glamorous. I don't know if we are enjoying the focus of the camera as much as our background is. If we take up more space, will the focus return on our face? I hope so. But I'm not mad at all at any of these complexion products. This lip color is poppin'. Little earrings from Target, little shirt with a butterfly on it, little muscle tee for that Staten Island, from Ross Dress for Less, yes. And we did get some shorts. I talked about in an actual short. Got some shorts from the, what do you call it? The Pride collection at Target. $3. The perfect, it's a biker short. The size is a little too big. These are large. Maybe I should get a medium, but they're only $3. I have so many biker shorts that are like polyester and they're synthetic. The idea being that it sort of wicks moisture. I'm sorry. I love a cotton short. I love cotton underwear. Synthetics just don't give you that comfort, right? Natural fabrics. There's a fun pattern. You can find all kinds of cute jammies in the clearance section at Target. You know, to just keep things interesting. Maybe I'll back up so you can actually really see these. At least you can see the pattern. But they're so cute. Pride collection, right? All kinds of insulated beverage containers, very high quality, half price, like $3 and change. And then another one that says something else. Little Pride slogan, right? Put these in the vehicle. You can make your own big gulp. You can make a big gulp that is low calorie, that is green tea or black tea. Uh-oh. I've been listening with interest to people talking about, you know, what are the most health enhancing beverages that you can have for hydration. And when you work out, sometimes, you know, a little apple cider vinegar and ice water, a little green tea, a little black tea, something where you're being thoughtful about how much sugar, you know, how much sugar-free beverage you're getting into your system. But, you know, let me just conclude by saying definitely watch Martin Scorsese's Casino. See what Sharon Stone does with her performance as Ginger, and just appreciate the tragedy of, you know, a young woman who, in the world of the story and perhaps the real person that it's based on, you know, got into sex work, got into hustling men at casinos, hustling men with money, married a wealthy man and was unable to love him, was unable to enjoy and appreciate the safety and support of being in that marriage, and ran off on the plug, stole all his money, and then got in trouble in Hollywood with a bunch of people that did have quite a bit of ill will toward her, whether that was just the bikers and hustlers and pimps, or if it was the hand of her husband's, association getting after her, right? And I think that Amber Heard can perhaps appreciate when you mess with people's business, whether that's Warner Brothers or other, business entities that have a relationship, not just a relationship, but an investment in her former partner, that it is not a world where a woman can just do and say anything and get away with it. Not a woman, not a person. I hope that there are lessons being learned. On the one hand, that, just sort of being so public about having liaisons with all different, men and women all at the same time in the same time frame. Ooh, the business is too much in the street. But then on top of it, to be so ruthless and not have any contrition. It feels like the only place you can go with all of this is church. Try to find some sense of counsel and forgiveness and Jesus, and try to, kind of turn things around for the rest of your life. If not for your sake, Amber Heard, then for your child's sake. In my opinion, it just, let's think about some trends or some dynamics that might be constructive rather than so destructive, and all this energy that's being wasted, getting after ex-husband. It just ain't it. It ain't it. Like, find something else to do, something else to focus on, because I don't know whether it's a sense of scheme or a sense of vengeance. It just isn't it. And maybe there's a religious or spiritual leader or some kind of medical professional who can revamp your focus so that you can get on a path of, I would hope that Amber Heard gets on a path of realizing, what's really going on here and what's really important, and all of this insurer paying for legal counsel and all this like willful defamation and whatever with the dogs in Australia, like spoiled child behavior that jeopardizes other people's safety and fingers and mental health. That's not it. That's not it. Whatever happened in Austin, allegedly in the strip club, that mentality needs to be left behind. And, Amber Heard should watch Casino and see what happened to Ginger, and just feel the story points and feel the jeopardy and feel where, perhaps alcohol and substance abuse can lead one. The kinds of friends and encounters and danger. That ain't it. Seek help, spiritual counsel, Jesus, uplift, health, sobriety. All those things are assets for any and all of us. Makeup, hair, clothes, those are all great things. Acting, great. Just I would encourage everyone, including Amber Heard, to just embrace the things that are constructive and creative and positive. Perhaps this whole DV advocacy thing is not any longer something for her, just because it just doesn't seem legitimate. I gotta be honest. But again, I support everyone's good work. Popcorn Planet, Umbrella Guy, Colonel Kurtz. It's all interesting and educational and helpful and entertaining and important to watch. I am going to sign off and switch gears and do some other things. But, you know, I'm trying to be consistent and get in here and share my opinions and thoughts. You know, but yeah, have a look at Casino. I think it'll give you some important insights into how older men like Joe Biden and Donald Trump and kind of mob bosses kind of try to play games with seeming more vulnerable than perhaps they are, and it seems like a part of their strategy. And you know, just thinking about how people can, through addiction, through, you know, sort of, what is it, trauma or mental health crises, be their own worst enemy, and that's something for all of us to think about in our own lives and how we can improve and do better. You know, and it's definitely also really interesting to think about and experience this creative work if you are interested in writing and acting and you know, just what kind of dimension can be given to a role by an actor. I'll put it like that. So, in any case, have a great night. Hope you're enjoying August, and I will see you again on the next episode here at House of Tanya. Camera ready. See you soon. Thank you for joining me. Bye.